Oh shit, we live already. What's that? Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know about you, but today I don't know. It's probably because my titties are out a little bit. Hold on, child. Because if this shit fall off my motherfucking desk, I'm about to shut this whole thing down. I'm saying this shit right now. Okay, I'm about to be like, oh well, I guess that's it. I don't know what it is today. I feel like I'm giving a little bit of sex. And like I said, I think it's because my titties are out. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Today I look, I kind of look a little good today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, what's up? What's up? Not Tradrian. I can't be giving trade with not all this cleavage. What's up, my babies? Oh my God. Hey, Victoria. She was like, get your ass on live. Where the niggas reside, where the nigga reside. Where your nigga reside, where your nigga reside. Where the money reside, where the money. What's up? What's up? What's up? What we got to talk about? What's on the list? What's on the list? The shit to talk about today. Oh, that's your hair. See? I can only imagine how it looks. Like the shit, I bet it looks like I have no hair. The way that this shit is blending into the background. I don't know. I'm giving y'all very much. I don't know. Blues Clues. Where your nigga reside? Where your nigga reside? Okay, let me stop playing around. Not just YouTube playing in the background. Let's see. There's just so many areas to. Okay, well, before I get into that, there's some reviews coming in for Wonder Woman, and them girls are saying that shit is good. I didn't expect anything different, but I have to be tuned into that. I don't know. I have to be tuned into that. It's giving. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that it's going to be great. Like Miss Mamas was catching a bullet with her lasso. It's just like. Y'all are doing way too much, and I love it. Like, why couldn't Wonder Woman have just blocked that bullet with her fucking with her what you call it, with her bracelets? You had to let that shit fly past her like she couldn't do that shit, and then okay. Anyway, it's ridiculous, and I'm gonna watch it. What you said, Ashley? You can't put no blue lights on no black girl. Anyway, let's talk about Tom Cruise. Let's just get the main topic out of the way. Hopefully the tweet is still up. Okay. What did y'all think about that? Obviously, you probably won't be able to hear exactly what he's saying due to the fact that this is a live stream. But because there were a lot of mixed reactions, like I said in my description. There were a lot of mixed reactions to how to him going off on his crew. Now, I'm trying to think of a way to say this, because obviously he was going off because of COVID, and we're trying to do this shit, and you bitches aren't adhering to the policy and shit. So it's not gonna be because of one of you bitches, basically, not one of you motherfuckers, that we're gonna have to shut this whole thing down. Like that's essentially what he was saying. But I just can't imagine, like, if I don't know. I guess that's why my spirit cannot take being in certain environments. Because bitch, if you start screaming and yelling and shit at me, I'm just automatically I'm just gonna be like I'm just gonna be like and okay, before, let's just hear it. You can't live Hollywood crazy movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're getting. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs. He said, we are creating thousands of jobs, you motherfuckers. I mean, he went off. Like, he really went off. So, on one hand, like, okay, we get it. Yo, wow, you're going off and making but there's so many things that I'm just like, first of all, if you really cared like that, if this movie should not be being made in the first place. Like, y'all need to sit y'all ass down. That's the first thing. The second thing is like, bitch, I get obviously wanting to save lives and protecting people or whatever. But bitch, you start screaming and yelling, calling hoes motherfuckers and shit like that. I'm gonna be like I said, automatically I'm gonna be tuned off. It's just like, it's just a way to do things, in my opinion. Third of all, Miss Mamas, it's coming from the wrong person. I think I saw someone say that in the chat. It's coming from the wrong person, Miss Scientology. It's coming from the wrong person, Miss Scientology. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's coming from the wrong person. Fourth of all, everyone just close your eyes for a moment and imagine if Viola Davis did this shit. Say she was directing some shit or producing some shit or whatever. Imagine for one moment Viola doing this shit, Shonda Rhimes doing this shit, Issa Rae doing this shit. I want you to imagine, even if it was for the sake of COVID and protecting their people and all that shit, I want you to imagine how the news, the headlines would look if a black, and I know people are like, oh my God, you gotta bring race into it. No, but like, it's just interesting how certain things are framed based off of who is doing it. It is what it is. Because if you have one of these black ass directors or some shit, Ryan Coogler or some shit, screaming calling these whole motherfuckers and all type of shit, I just don't think that. I just think that it would be covered very differently. I think it would be covered. I think it would be covered very differently. I think you'd see different. Shonda Rhimes can't even ask for a Disney pass because stop. Oh, thanks, Athena. That's so cool. I love your name, Athena Cassini. So cool. Yeah. I can't imagine it. If y'all can, I can't imagine. There would be news and white people crying. They would be like, oh my God, and I can't believe that he was, we were all trying, we're working our hardest to keep the set safe. I can't believe that he would just go off like that. It's not necessary. We were so scared. We were wondering if he's going to take out a gun and shoot us. Is this what they do in the hippity hop scene? Is this how they, the type of things that are being stored underneath their do-rags? Their do-rags and their saggy pants? What if he pulled out a gun from his saggy pants? Oh my God. We would not hear the end of it. We would not hear the end of it. We would not hear, although it's being covered that way now. That's what one said that. And I will agree that it's definitely being covered in the same way on certain platforms. I guess I'm talking about the reception, because there is mixed reception. There are some people going up. They're like, oh my God, he's dragging. He did it for the sake of his, protecting his people. But I just think the reception would definitely, if not the coverage, definitely the reception would be different. Apparently, Tom played the film after they got shut down the first time for COVID, so I get it, but definitely white privilege at play. Okay. I did also see that he was paying for like private islands and shit, or paid for like special, like you said, hotel rooms and places, isolated places for them to be able to try and finish this movie and shit. But I think it's interesting the difference in how and the reception. Like I think that is worth having a conversation about. But yeah, Mr. Scientology told them girls, if you don't get your shit together, you're fired. It was giving Donald Trump. He said, I want you hosts to try me again. Do you understand what I want? Do you understand what I need from your silly asses? And if you do, you're fired. If you don't do it, you're fired. So Yeah, I woke up to that. What was it? I think that shit came out yesterday. I was like, damn. I mean, I was gonna say something else, but we just keep it at Red Bull. Miss Mama seemed like she was drinking a gallon worth of Red Bull before she went on that mother. She's pissed. She was pissed. um, but I guess before I talk a little bit, okay, no, well, let me just get to Lizzo right now. Let me go ahead and talk about Miss Lizzo because I think a lot of people are doing way too motherfucking much when it comes to Miss Lizzo, but y'all always do that shit. Always do that shit. Um, so apparently Lizzo posted this like detox thing or something, and it just blew the fuck up. Now, if you are going to talk about Lizzo and be like, hey, we need to have a conversation about these detoxes and do they do what they say they're going to do? Are they actually healthy? Is it something that we should invest in? I think that is a different conversation than what I saw happening when she posted that shit and she explained herself afterwards. You know, it's one thing to be like, okay, Lizzo, we don't really feature these detoxes, like or offer her some insight onto the detox situation if you have some. That's one thing. But it's another thing this is what they did. She posted a detox, and I think they jumped to the conclusion saying that she wanted to lose weight or something. And out of the woodwork came these. I don't want to. It was the problem that I had specific was with a lot of white women who project onto Lizzo. That's my thing. Or not even just white women, just people, period. But they're like, oh my God, she wants to lose weight. Oh my God, she wants to lose weight. She's betraying us. She's betraying us. She's betraying us. The first thing is that Miss Mamas did not say that she wanted to lose weight. She went on and explained that she thought the detox was it cleared her mind or cleared her body. It helped her feel better. That's what she was saying that it did for her. But the second thing is that even if she did want to lose weight, obviously the whole point of body positivity is to celebrate like unconventional bodies, like bodies that society doesn't like to accept. But the other point, at least I thought the other point was that you have autonomy over your own body and that you have the freedom to make, as long as you're not, hurting others and preferably not hurting yourself. The whole point of it was to allow people to have the autonomy over their bodies and the decision-making power of their own bodies. So if Lizzo came out here and said, hey, bitch, I'm going on a weight loss journey, or I have a goal in mind when it revolves around my weight, then that's different. But she should be allowed to do that. I don't understand why it's betrayal or like, oh my God, I can't imagine. So what? So if Lizzo did say that she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do, she wanted to lose weight, then that's within her fucking prerogative. And I don't understand how people can be screaming about body positivity and body autonomy, but then if people want to do that, then it's an issue. But the thing is, the main point is that she did not say that she wanted to lose weight. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Right, sorry, but no, detoxes and laxatives are harmful. Then yeah, if you want to have a conversation about that, then I think that's more than fair and you can do that. But I think people jump to conclusions thinking that Lizzo wanted to lose weight. And when they thought that, they were like, oh my gosh, she's betraying us. And that shit is crazy as hell to me. And it came, like I said, it came from from what I saw, it was like a lot of white women projected, but I think they've been doing this to Lizzo for a long time. They've been projecting onto her ass. And it's like, Lizzo is a whole ass individual. Like, Lizzo is a whole individual. She don't owe you bitches anything. the purpose of her life is not to just be projected onto and to make y'all feel comfortable if she's uncomfortable. If she, it was so weird to see people who are just like all about body positivity and embracing your body and doing what you want with your body, like they were Lady Gaga or some shit. It was so weird to see those same people be mad at Lizzo for their perceived, what they thought she was trying to do. They thought she was trying to lose weight. But like I said, I understand having a conversation about detoxes and how harmful the laxatives and detoxes and all that shit is. That's one thing. But I don't like how they project onto her ass. I don't like that shit. That shit is weird. Shit, and it's like it's almost like ownership over your fucking body. They want to keep you as this puppet, this little toy that they can fucking like, I don't know, like I don't know. But I just thought that was weird, especially coming from all these body positivity people and shit. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, detox. Yeah, no, like I said, detox. You want to have a conversation about detox and laxatives and the harmfulness of that shit. That's different. But they were on some weird shit. They were on some weird shit. So, but as soon as I saw Lizzo was trending, I was like, I bet they're stressing her ass out for no fucking reason. And of course, that's exactly what was happening. So, yeah, I thought that was very unfortunate. But at this point, I think all Lizzo can do is just live her goddamn life. These bitches are never going to be pleased. They're never going to be. Just live your goddamn life. Just live your goddamn life. It's where when people become celebrities for one specific thing, people want those celebrities to be that one specific way, and I don't understand why. It's like it's like everybody was talking about, oh, we don't live our lives in boxes. We don't live our lives in boxes. Then you're going to put Miss Mamas in a box. I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, let me just talk about the cupcake real quick. So I've talked about Cupcake a lot on this channel, particularly because I think that she's funny as fuck and she's clever. She's good at wordplay. She's a good rapper, in my opinion. But this particular song that came out, I think it's called How to Rob. I personally am not a fan of that shit. And it's crazy because I like a lot of other Cupcake shit, but I don't like the move that she did with this song. Now, I don't know if that makes me a little hypocritical because I went up for other motherfuckers dragging and shit. So I don't know. But for me, I guess because I see how talented Cupcake is, I'm just like, you don't have to do that. And, it is, especially because of the content. I'm like, you talking about Megan being shy and Lizzo being fat. I'm like, just not. And people are going to come back with it like, okay, well, this is rap. This is how, this is rap, this is how it is, and blah, blah, blah. I think the reason why I didn't like it is obviously because of Megan and Lizzo lines, but also because I'm like, I guess I always have a vision for what I want artists to be in my head. I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, just keep building your shit and pop off that way. But I get her goal was to get a lot of people talking, and it was successful. I just didn't like a couple of lines in there. So, yeah. Oh my God, my first Asian stream. Hey, what's up, Miss Skin? Right, why is she coming for? Lizzo isn't even a rapper. Why is she coming for? Okay, I mean, yeah, but yeah. So the main rebuttal behind that Cupcake shit is, oh well, it's rap. It's rap. You bitches are just pressed for no reason. We're bringing back the competition to rap. And I just find it very interesting because she didn't say anything about Nicki Minaj, right? But if she did, the Barbs would not be saying what they're saying right now. Like, they would not be. So it's just like, I don't know. Because on one hand, I'm sure in the past I've gone up. I'm sure in the past I've gone up for people dragging other people. I just think it's how it's done and what is being said. I think so. It's just I just didn't. I wasn't expecting that. But then she has the whole world talking about her. So it's like, what? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm looking at there's certain things that I am not going to do, even though it might get a lot of people talking about me. I'm just not going to do that shit. But if you asked me that shit maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe I would have done that shit. And especially since sometimes when I look back at my old videos, I'd be cringing at the shit that I said about people, you know? So it's like, how do I talk about this? What do I say about it? I think as I get a little older, my priorities change. And as I develop a more succinct or more accurate vision of myself, I guess it just, the things that I am willing to do or not willing to do, the things that I'm willing to drag, not willing to drag, change. So I don't know. I don't know. She putting the whole woman empowerment movement behind it already, putting all female rappers against each other. She feeding into that. Yeah, it was okay. And that's, I guess that's also the thing for me too, is that I'm seeing a whole lot of, especially just like you said, female rappers coming together. Even though there's obviously still going to be beefs. So to see that, it was just like, okay, I wasn't expecting that shit. But, trust me, messy about celebs, my phone would be way bigger. It's not worth it though. I completely forgot this shit was live. And what did she say? So she was just like, she was making fun of Megan being shot. She was like, the main lyrics that really got my ass annoyed was that, making fun of Megan being shot, and also dragging Lizzo out the food court or some shit like that. I was like, girl, like, was that really necessary? But then people were just like, well, rap is not, that's just rap. I'm just like, I can't pretend, I can't stay here and pretend like I like that shit. Like, I just didn't. I just didn't. Rap is a sport, but some of the lines were just problematic. Yeah, it's just like, girl, if you're gonna be shady or funny, it's just a joke. That's cool. But like, I guess different people have different thresholds of what is cool and what is not when it comes to jokes. I'm just like, Miss Mama's, I can't pretend like I'm gonna be bopping to it. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? So, but she was just like, y'all need to stop being sensitive. I'm just like, okay, all right, it's just okay. But anyway, since we covered Miss Cupcake, let's go on to, okay, I want to talk about this Tyrese thing before I forget that it's in my title. Okay. Tyrese said this shit on Instagram. Did you see what he put on Instagram? Did you see what he put on Instagram? He put a picture of himself on his flight. He was on a flight with a mask on. Or I don't even know. It wasn't even no mask. It was given very much scarf. But they do say that anything is better than nothing. So, but he was giving scarf teas. And he said random shit I think of on flights. So I guess just now that I actually saw that first line, I'm like, okay, it makes a little more sense because the caption was very random. Oh, Glitter Trap said no, because what was he talking about? He's listen to this shit right here. This is what Tyrese said. One of my secrets for staying COVID free is I sleep with the heat on 90 degrees every night. Let's first stop there. Because this mama, if you're sleeping, can you imagine being around someone or dating someone, sleeping with someone who say, bitch, in order to keep the COVID away, being roommates with somebody, in order to keep COVID away, I have to fucking put the heat at 90 degrees. Let me tell you something right now. If you're gonna have me walking on motherfucking sunshine, bitch, it don't feel good. It don't feel good. Why you have me walking on the surface of the goddamn sun, 90 degrees, Miss Mama? You don't think? Now, I don't understand why he thinks that, because what's the average temperature of the human body? So if the average temperature is 90 fucking 8.6, why the hell would it not be able to survive in a 90-degree ass motherfucking weather? I'm crying. I am like, Can you imagine having your AC on your heat on 90 degrees? And the virus says, bitch, it's a little bit chilly in here, bitch. Like, oh my God, can you imagine sweating in your fucking bed? Like, can you imagine like sweating in your bed, like sweating your sheets out, your mattress is soaked, and the virus literally crawls up your motherfucking trachea and say, hey, bitch, I'm still here. Wow. 90 degrees, Tyrese. He said he'd been sleeping at this temperature for 15 years. See, so it's nothing new. My goodness, he's giving hot potato in the sheets. Woo! That shit was funny. That shit was funny to me. But he said, but rumor has it, if you catch COVID, it doesn't survive warm temperatures. And then he's completely switched gears, and people are not loyal to you. They are loyal to what they want from you. But he said these thoughts were random, so I'm going to keep that in mind. So as they don't get what they want, they will disappear faster than you can blink. Okay, I agree with that. And just leave you standing there confused, shook, and feeling like, what the fuck? Okay. Then he says, I'm a self-professed alpha empath. My alpha turns fragile people away. When that happens, it makes me happen because I have one less person to love and care for. What's an alpha empath? Because I like to consider myself somewhat empathetic. But if I'm a homosexual, does that mean I'm a beta empath? I'm sorry. Does that mean I'm screaming? Does that mean that I'm a beta empath if I'm a homosexual? Can someone let me know? Because he said he had alpha empath. So is that a little bit? Okay, well, since y'all don't know what the fuck it is, I guess neither do I, y'all. So that's what's going on with Tyrese. Who was wondering. I'm sorry, I really had to put him in the title because I thought that shit was so funny. It was like he's really like sleeping in the oven to try and keep COVID off. And Miss Mama's literally said it's doing like she's doing a stanky leg around the country, you know, like in people's houses, in people's bodies at 98.6. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh shit, that was funny. All right, in other news, because we still got it. Ooh, this was good. Oh, I'm crying. Literally, that shit was funny. He literally was sleeping 90 degrees and the COVID is surviving in 98 point something and literally giving your ass a fever, 100 something, while surviving in your body. I was like, wow, that shit was funny to me. Anyway, in other news, I put this. In other news, I put this in the podcast in the very beginning of the podcast episode, which you need to go ahead and check out at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Get your life. In the beginning, I discussed the fact that I saw this headline. Black Lives Matter. Apparently, they're saying that donations given to Black Lives Matter associated things reached about 10 point something billion dollars. And that's why I tweeted, I was like, liberation, but make it capitalistic. You see what I'm saying? Liberation, but make it capitalistic. I want to know. They said it's going to Black Lives Matter related, things, 10 point something billion dollars. Where the fuck that money at? Where's that money at? I mean, because niggas ain't got it. Gifts, donations. Donations going to none of the Black Nation. That's hilarious to me. So I'm sure they did their like, business corporate ass calculations and calculated how much like went to Black Lives. And I'm just like, where? I mean, I don't even see slight structural change. Nothing. I thought that was fun. I thought that y'all would like to hear about that. Also, what else happened? Oh, this one really quickly. Oh, I have to talk about the fucking stimulus. This one real quick though. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle have inked an exclusive multi-year deal with Spotify through newly formed production company. Their newly formed production company. Together, they plan to host and produce podcasts that uplift and entertain audiences. So it was just interesting that shit happened. And I dared to look in the comment section of that headline, like, okay, girl, like, it's just this nothing crazy. It's just, Meghan Markle ain't talking about how, people need to be saved and helped. And so obviously she probably won't get hate. I went down there. Oh my God, that's what they said. Oh my God, she's an attention whore. Like she's like, damn, mama. I just thought that was crazy. I was like, oh, why does she want to do this? Oh, Meghan, she's the mastermind behind all this. She just wants attention. She wants attention. No, mama. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that shit. I thought that was funny. I didn't realize that they could find a way to hate her ass for doing some shit like that, like just working, but I guess they found a way to do it. I thought that shit was funny. Before I talk about the stimulus, let's talk about December 21st. If you're not aware, remember, like I said in my video before, on December 21st, some of the girls are saying, well, it was one woman in particular that said on Twitter, and I think it went viral. Some of the girls are saying that on December 21st, our genetics, Black people's genetics will be fully unlocked, okay? And we will be able to utilize superpowers. Now, let me tell you something, bitches. Like I said before, I'm gonna give you bitches Phoenix Force. And unlike in The Last Stand, I'm not gonna allow a man with claws to end my life when I'm a cosmic superpowered being. Okay, so you bitches are just gonna have to hold on to your wigs. If you want to take me to Alcatraz Island so I can blow them holes up, blow the jet up, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm gonna be lifting up the waters, with my telekinesis. I'm gonna be blasting you holes with a brain blast. My forehead is already big as fuck. So it makes sense. I'm gonna have telepathy. My forehead is giving 5 and 6 head, bitch. So you already know that I'm going to be brain blasting, psycho blasting you bitches. That's just it. I don't know what else you expected. Now, that's the order that I put in. The powers that I want. Tell me the powers that you want. I want those powers. But if I don't get those powers, I'm going to be giving Storm teas. I don't know what else to tell you, bitch. I'm going to be giving Storm teas. And fucking Tyrese talking about 90-degree weather. I'm going to show him some 90-degree goddamn weather. Okay? I'm going to move them clouds out the way. And it's giving lightning teas. Bitch, I literally tweeted, do you know what happens when lightning strikes a trade? The same thing that happens to everything else. I'm going to zap you bitches. So someone wants teleportation. A lot of you girls want teleportation. Why? Let me tell you something. With telepathy, it really does. See, you got to think, because with invisibility, you could just have telepathy. If you want invisibility, you could just have telepathy, because then you could convince everybody around you that you're not actually there. You see what I'm saying? You got to really pick your powers carefully. See how telekinesis also allows you to fly. It's just you got to pick them powers correctly. Robert Bang teleport home, period. And if I don't get Storm's powers, guess what? I'm going to be Avatar, the last trade bender. Avatar, the last gender bender, bitch. Bitch, I'm going to be giving you da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. These are my eyes glowing, bitch. I'm glad I did that shit quick as fuck so nobody could fucking screenshot that shit. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. Bitch, and instead of like, you know, how they be like moving with their hands and shit, we're gonna be voguing down. To vote to use our powers, we finna be voguing down. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Bitch, don't let me get some fire, you hoes, bitch. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. Bitch, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying to you? Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Da-na-na, da-na-na, pow. Ta-ta, boom, ta-ta, ta-ta, period. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Booyaka, 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 booyaka. Bitch, you said too late. Stop playing with me. Do not. Y'all hoes are gonna have me looking. Y'all are so annoying. Booyaka, 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 ah, booyaka, bitch, that would be iconic. Can you imagine? Booyaka, 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 pow. Booyaka, 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 booyaka. Bitch, Father Ozai would be shaking his damn boots. Oh my God, Father Ozai would be shaking his boots. Can you imagine? Oh my God, I would literally water bend the rain in a certain way so they made a rainbow. As soon as I fucking strutted down them streets, bitch, looking for Philo. Ozai, bitch, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me your powers. Come on. All right. Lastly, let's talk about what I saw, and you can let me know what you saw about this stimulus package. So on one hand, I'm seeing that, oh, them girls are talking about giving a one-time payment of $600 to $700. No monthly payments or anything, mama. They said you might be getting, that's on the table, a payment, one-time payment of $600 to $700, okay? So if you thought that you're going to be able to pay rent, and girls said, no, ma'am. They said, bitch, you hoes better buy you some motherfucking groceries and shit. Oh, I hate this motherfucker. Oh, I hate this government so much. So that was one thing. But can you guess what their other priority, what especially on the Republican side, what their priority was? I think I talked about this on the podcast. Somebody brought up, I can't remember who. Somebody brought up the fact that Mitch McConnell was proposing something to be put in the bill where it's like, just like protections against, and I think Mitt Romney was talking about this on the news, protections against companies, so that the workers, people cannot sue their asses for being, I guess, anything related to like COVID liability and shit. Corporations, exactly. So it was almost like if he wanted something in there where you can't sue corporations for any of this COVID related shit. So it's like, it's crazy because they're like, okay, we don't want to give y'all any fucking money to stay home. So that means that you're going to have to come here and work for our asses. We don't want to raise minimum wage. So you're going to do it. You're going to put your life at risk for the same amount, even as the cost of living goes up. And on top of that, they said that as you're forced to do this, to make your fucking money and to survive in this pandemic, as you do this shit, if something happens due to our obvious fucking negligence, or if something happens on the job, we want it to be where you have no grounds or rights to sue our asses if it's COVID involved. So I was like, okay. I also saw that they were I have to be careful though. Let me see, because I thought that they were like trying to avoid giving money to state and local governments. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me because I'm gonna look it up. Um, but if that was really, it's crazy when if that's true. And let me look it up before I start going off. Um, Stimulus package. Let me see. Democrats may drop state and local aid to pass COVID-19. But that's I mean, government officials shall may drop state, but no state and let me see. Even though progressives are backing it, could be bullshit because they might have to compromise with the Republicans and establishment Dems. Yeah. Um, so I saw Yeah. So I saw that's what I saw. I saw that they were kind of reluctant or didn't really want to, or they don't know if it's going to happen. If state and local governments are going to be getting fucking funding in this package. That's my understanding of it. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I find it so crazy that the federal government. Hey, what's up? Hey, Adrian, I caught a live. Hey, what's up? The Democrats states he doesn't want to give money to. Oh, okay. Yep. That's why they are agreeing to it so they can get the checks to folks. Okay. So I just find, how do you feel about Warwick? I'll get to her. I just find it really interesting or crazy that as a government, as a federal government, your priorities are more focused on corporations than state and local fucking governments. That shit is crazy. Can you imagine? Like you're the government and your priority is not the governments underneath you. Um, so that's what's kind of going on with it. So yeah, the main point is that they're sucking corporation dick like they always do. But they're talking about, from my understanding, a one-time check of $600 to $700. I don't know what's happening. I also heard about like unemployment benefits going from $600 to $300 in a proposed bill as well per week, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's kind of crazy though, because if you look at what's going on in other countries, well, thank you, Graham. Happy holidays. Love you and the work platform you're building. Wow, I really appreciate that. My gosh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. That was so nice. I appreciate that. Thank you, Graham. Um, Ciao. Y'all be doing too much. Oh, that was so sweet. Um, the government is all about money and power. They don't care about us, the middle and lower classes. It's all about the rich who have easy cards. We give them everything with our work. Yeah, okay. So um, that's first of all, I'm still thinking about what Graham. That's so sweet. Oh my God. Thank you. Graham got guap. Hey, he got money. Not Mateo's brother. Oh, child. It's given very much flued out. Kyle Frank. Y'all are being very sweet. Just sending you lots of love. Happy holiday. Thank you. Y'all, oh my God, y'all don't have to do that shit. I appreciate it. Though, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate it though. I really do appreciate it. But before I was distracted by y'all's generosity, I think it's so interesting what's happening in other countries and how it's not being covered here. If you look at what's going on in India, they had this whole fucking crazy ass movement with the workers. I feel like even sometimes France does not put up with the bullshit, even though obviously all these countries have their issues. But I just feel like when France feels like some shit is fucked up, they go in the streets and they tear shit up. And we do that as well. But I see other countries being like, bitch, we not finna take this shit. And I think that it has a lot to do with American propaganda and how we're brainwashed. A lot of people are brainwashed into thinking. I mean, I even remember seeing how just recently online there was this worker, there was this employee at a hospital, a nurse or something. I can't remember something where she had fucking cancer. She had cancer, and her coworkers had to donate their PTO, their time off, so that this woman could have time to get better. Cancer. So when I look at other countries and I see, obviously they have their issues and it's a lot of, white supremacy and capitalist bullshit going on over there. But when I see other countries being like, bitch, we ain't finna take this shit, and then you have these news organizations in the U.S. trying to spin these things where people are struggling as like heartwarming. That's how they spun that story, that it was heartwarming that these co-workers of this woman who had cancer had to give up their PTO so that this woman could fucking survive, that she could live and get treatment. So I just think that it's because of the propaganda, it's because of the brainwashing, and it's strategic and it's well done. It's to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We don't want a handout type of shit. It keeps people thinking that they deserve to have to work 3 and 4 jobs to live a fucking decent life. It keeps people thinking that if they get the money that they paid into a system and they pay into it every moment that they breathe, they get the money back, that it's a handout and you should have to work for what you have. It's the craziest thing, but it's the most efficient propaganda ever. Like, it's crazy. It works. American propaganda, I feel like, was one of the main reasons that brought some of our, especially if you're a child of immigrants, has brought some of our people to this fucking country. Obviously, excluding descendants of slaves, and obviously excluding refugees who need someplace to go. But I do think that American propaganda is so strategic and so powerful, and has been very useful in bringing some of these people here, thinking that they can chase this American dream. And I'm not saying that things are impossible, but if you look at how the society is structured, it depends on people being fucked over in order for those at the top to have what they have and to keep what they have. And so what better way to keep that shit going than to spread this propaganda of, bitch, if it doesn't matter if you're struggling in student loan debt or in just debt period, or it doesn't matter if the housing crisis fucked you over in 2008 or whatever. All that matters is you keep working harder for us. And then you'll eventually be able to reach something. And I think that shit is the main reason why it's so difficult for us to really organize in a meaningful way. And I'm not saying that we haven't organized in meaningful ways, but I'm just saying that like 9 months without the significant help, as people, we all, every one of us, including myself, we all should be in the fucking streets tearing shit up. But the propaganda, along with the militarized police state, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to get some shit done. So, but that's the reason why you don't hear about these things being reported on mainstream media. You should look up what went on in India, and you should look up the Yellow Jackets in fucking France and all that shit. Like, you don't hear that being really reported, like how these people tear their shit up. I don't hear that being reported here. So the myth of meritocracy seems to be packaged as American value. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I was just thinking about that. Refugees, more so immigrant. Oh shit. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's crazy to me that the American people has, like, we have tolerated this shit from our governments. We have tolerated this shit from our politicians. So I hate it. Yeah, I really hate it. But on that note, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope that you check out Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression if you want to hear me talk some more. We always have fun on the podcast, and I respond directly to the patient's questions um, as they are supporting. So I want to make sure I give some good content back in return. Um, I feel like I've been saying a lot. I apologize for that shit. I love you so much. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. Everything is Adrian Expression. You can even check my ass out on TikTok, even though I ain't put no shit up there in a long ass time. Oh shit, you need to check out Ocean Kelly. Search Jingle Balls on YouTube and Ocean Kelly. Check his shit out. He just put up a new song, new Christmas song. So, that's my good sis. So check her ass out. Love y'all. I will see you later on this week. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Like I said, I really appreciate Graham and the rest of y'all for your generosity. Especially you don't have to do it, and it's a fucking pandemic. So I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Love y'all. See ya. Bye.